Good morning, and welcome to your daily Farm and Home Show, brought to you by the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. And now, here's your host.
Good morning and welcome to the Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristin Hildebrand, the Horticulture Extension Agent here in Warren County. And we're so lucky to have joining with us is Dr. Nicole Gauthier. She's our Extension Plant Pathologist with the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service. Glad to have you on the show with us.
Good morning.
I always learn so many things when you come on the show, but it seems like this year it's kind of been up and down as far as like what diseases may be affecting fruit in the area, especially for a lot of backyard growers. We have some that just have a couple of trees or maybe just some small fruits, but mainly it seems like we've seen some different things that come in.
Yes, so this has been a really hot and heavy year for disease, especially with all of the rain we've received. So if you recall, the diseases have to have free water to complete their life cycle. And by free water, that can mean rain or irrigation, high humidity, soil moisture, and this year we absolutely have had a lot of rain, so our disease season has stretched out into the summer months, whereas some years when it dries out and we start hitting the drought times, we'll have less disease. This year it just keeps picking up steam.
Yeah, and it seems like it varies from season to season. Like you said, we've had a lot of wet, rainy conditions this time, and next year can be totally different depending on what Mother Nature provides for us.
Absolutely, it's all about the rain, and intense heat will slow our plant pathogens down, so our fungi and bacteria. Severe heat will slow it down, but you know, when it's rainy, it's also cloudy, so it's not terribly hot on those cloudy days. So we kind of get that moderate temperature and that free water that our pathogens need to complete their life cycles. So we have lots of life cycles in the course of a summer when we have those conditions.
Right. Now talk to us about some of the general diseases that we're seeing for this season, like you said, with the wet, rainy weather.
Okay, so with apple, this time of year, we'll see some leaf spots and we'll see some fruit rots. So a lot of fruit rots will come in this time of year. With peach, much the same. We'll see leaf spots, fruit rots, and in general, all of our fruit crops get leaf spots, from strawberries to brambles. So we'll see lots of much the same thing. They're different pathogens, but they all typically need the same conditions. So just kind of keeping your eye out. Leaf spots at a low level aren't so severe if it stays low, but fruit rots will destroy your harvest. So that's the one at this time of year we think more about.
And with those fruit rots, they can easily spread to the other developing fruits, correct?
Absolutely. So most of the time infection will occur, and then we'll get the symptom on the fruit. The fungus, for instance, will produce spores. Those spores will splash to nearby healthy fruit, and then those will become infected. So it's kind of, we call it a cyclic disease. So it'll just keep spreading from one fruit to the next, and especially as it rains, so rain splash, wind-driven rain will move those spores through a tree, through an orchard. And a backyard orchard is still an orchard, just at a smaller level.
Yeah, just a smaller level. I don't think I've ever heard of cyclic before.
Yes, so they'll go through multiple cycles, so multi-cyclic, so multiple cycles in a season.
I see. Okay,
yes.
Thanks for that clarification. Now, I know that with those orchards, you said leaf spot and, like you said, the fruit rot. Is there one that's more detrimental over another? Like leaf spot is probably minor compared to, like you said, to completely wiping out a crop?
Some leaf spots can be severe, depending on what time infection occurs.
Okay.
Another thing about plant disease is that all of those fungal spores, for instance, that are in the orchard now, if they're not removed with good sanitation, raking, pruning, etc., they'll overwinter and they'll be there for next year. So in an orchard that's not maintained, we've got an incremental increase in that risk for disease every year. So it's really important to keep your orchard clean, to mulch, to rake, to prune, haul those prunings out of the orchard, those types of things, really important. It's like keeping our house clean or keeping our hospitals clean. So sanitation is my favorite word.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people ask, you know, like, what can I do right now? But really fall's coming and fall sanitation is really important, and so people can be doing those general things.
Absolutely.
Like you mentioned.
And consider planting resistant cultivars. So as we get into the fall months, we think about putting new cultivars in, thinking about disease-resistant cultivars, and that'll really help to eliminate a lot of these problems.
Yeah, and you know, the Extension office does have a lot of that information available, so they can just come by our office and pick that up.
Absolutely.
We'll give you all that advice and more. So what about pruning equipment? You do need to probably sanitize if you're cleaning
Yeah, so I like bathroom scrubbing bubbles. So that'll give you a good soap and a disinfestant altogether. So cleaning in between cuts and in between seasons, really important to keep from spreading from one tree to the next.
Thank you, Nicole, for being here today. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure you come back and join us again tomorrow for more Farm and Home. Have a great day.
If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Warren County Extension Office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.